Hi Anatomy, welcome to your online portion of our class. Our class will meet one day a week live for lab, and then the other days, the 4 days, you'll be doing everything here. So this video is meant to give you a quick walkthrough of all the resources and different parts of the class you'll need to access in order to be successful. It will always be linked in the Start Here section, so if you need to go back to refresh your memory on anything, you can find it there. I'm always happy to answer questions too. And speaking of that, you can find my contact information here. Most important to note is my email and my text number. You can try calling my classroom, but it's not very often that I'm in there unless I'm teaching class, and in which case I'm not answering the phone. So texting me will come to my laptop, and emailing me is also a very quick way to get answers. So both of those are going to be your quickest options. Other things to note are when I'm in FlexLab. I have FlexLab on Tuesdays, second and third period only, and I've got my office hours on Thursdays during second and fifth period. All right, so let's walk through the basics of class. You're on the announcements page, and if you found this video, that means that you read your announcements, so good job to you. Typically, you'll notice it's blank now, but typically you'll see a new announcement about at least once a week, if not more often. And when you go into our online class, this is the page you'll land on. So you'll always start with the announcements page. Please plan to read announcements Monday morning at least. I will give you kind of an overview of what is going to be happening in the class that week, as well as if you need to wear your lab attire for live class. If we're going to be doing hands-on lab, a dissection, we do several of those in this class. You need to be prepared for that. So it'll tell you in there as well. So once you've read your announcements, you know kind of the general idea for what's happening in class. The next place to go to is your calendar. So if we click on calendar over here, it does take a second to load, so don't give up on it. You'll see, and if you were to scroll all the way down, you would see that the whole semester is listed there. I encourage you not to really look more than a week or two ahead, simply because based on what happens in live class, if I feel like we need more or less time on a topic, I might change the calendar. I will never change it on you without telling you, as long as you know it's within that week. So if I'm like, ooh, we definitely don't need to do this on Friday and it's already Tuesday, I will send out an email to let you know. However, if we're in week 1 and I need to make a change to week 10, I'm not going to tell you because that's really far out. So don't plan too far ahead. Simply plan to look at this for a week-by-week plan of what you need to do. So today is potentially Tuesday for you, hopefully Tuesday for you, if you're getting started on time. And so this is what you would need to do today. Please note that what you see here may not be identical to what's in our class right now. This video is not changing from year to year, and I change the calendar every year a little bit. So stick with what is actually hosted in your class when you click on that link. But you'll see Monday we didn't have any school. Tuesday you've got some assignments. Wednesday, if you read this here, this is what is done during live class. You don't need to do any of this until you arrive at live class. So the way the calendar works is I've given you Monday and Tuesday to flexibly plan how you want to get your work done, as long as everything on those 2 days is done by the end of the day Tuesday. So if we look down at week 2, for example, because it's a little bit more what a normal week will look like, Monday you're supposed to read and take notes on pages 12 through 14. And then 14 through 15, play 1 and then 2 games of vocab. And these are the sections that you'll need to take notes on. So homeostasis, anatomical position, and directional terms. All of that needs to be done by the end of the day on Tuesday. Not right before you get to live class on 4th period, right? Because I know how you're thinking. You're like, okay, I've got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd period. I can take care of that. However, I'm going to put the points in for these assignments probably 1st or 2nd period on Wednesday. So if they're not done by 8:20, you may not get points for them. They will be considered late. So make sure that everything that's listed on Monday, Tuesday is done by the end of the day Tuesday. That lets you spend Wednesday working on other classes anyways, because you're already going to be in anatomy for a class period. Thursday, Friday work the same way. You've got flexibility. You can do all of this on Friday. You can do all of this on Thursday. You can do half and half. I recommend splitting it out just so it's not like anatomy overload. But no matter what, it's all due by the end of the day Friday, which means if it's not dated as turned in by Friday, by 11:59 p.m., please don't wait that late. Oh my gosh, it's awfully late, but it's still considered Friday. It will be considered an assignment not turned in on time. So please make sure everything gets in by the end of the Friday, so that you have your weekend to relax. That's the goal. You should not be doing school 7 days a week. because nobody wants to do that. And your brain needs a break. So that's the calendar. I recommend Monday morning sitting down, and you'll be doing this at home because this is an online day, sitting down with your planner and saying, okay, I have to do notes on 12 through 14 and writing that in on a line on Monday's planner. And then on Tuesday, same thing, all the way through. And if you're a returning student, you may feel like, yeah, I got my system down, and maybe you do. But it never hurts to maybe try a little bit something different just to see if you can get a little more organized. And I'm sure our returner students can definitely vouch for how overwhelming it is if you get behind. Okay, so now you know what you need to do. How do we do it? So the next place you'll go to is our online textbook. Or you may check out a physical textbook from me. That's fine too. I will give you the option in live class. Either way, your goal is to take some notes. So if you're using the online textbook, you can click on this here and it'd sign in. You've got all your information for setting up your first time, and then you get to pick your password and all that good stuff. If you're unsure of how to use the textbook, if you scroll down, here is a walkthrough of using the textbook. So you've got kind of a quick little tutorial there. So you can go through that and let me know if you have questions later. You'll notice on the calendar it also said to do vocab, and that is where Quizlet comes into play. In some classes, Quizlet is optional. In anatomy, it is a required piece of our class because vocab is huge for this class. You're going to be learning essentially a whole new language. Yay! It actually is amazingly easy once you figure out kind of some roots, and we're going to go over that this first week as well. So when you join our Quizlet class, make sure to sign in with your PSD Google sign in, and make sure you join our class. And that way it'll start tracking what you play, and I give you credit just for playing, not necessarily for getting 100% correct, but just for actually playing a game. And for every time it says to play a game for section 1.1 or 1.2, I want you to play a different game. You might find ones that are really easy for you, but you don't learn as well until you challenge yourself. And so let's say that over the course of a calendar, you're supposed to play 4 games. That means 4 different games, not 4 of the same game. We will also be using PlayPosits a lot in this class, and if you have not used PlayPosit before, we're going to walk through it together in live class, so I'm not going to do it here, but these take the place of your quizzes in this class. So these are kind of quick checks for understanding, see if you really understood well from the notes. You don't actually have quizzes on your reading. So I don't know if that's a relief for you or not. I will let you know that these videos, they don't give you the answer. You have to think about it. So you'll definitely want to have to take in the notes first, then do the PlayPosit and use all that information to answer the questions. We'll talk more about that later. All right, so let's say you've done the reading, you played your Quizlet vocab game, you did your PlayPosit. Is there anything else you need to do? If that's all that was on your calendar, no, you're good and you are ready to stop for the day. Some other things that you will be using over the course of the class that may be helpful to you is a few other resources. We have our Biodigital Human website, which is really cool. When you log in, do log in with your PSD information, but you'll notice just from this little video tutorial, it basically lets you add on and look at 3D graphics of the different parts of the body, and you can take off the veins and look at just the respiratory system. It's really helpful for visualizing what you're learning about, and we'll look at that more in live class too. All right, so let's go back to where we are at, and this kind of is the main areas that we will be doing our learning in. The other thing that you might need, and let's pop back to the calendar so I can show you what I'm going to refer to, is some notes. And notice these blue notes here, body systems labeling. That actually means this is a worksheet that I'm going to give you that you're going to fill out. So sometimes, let's look for an example. Like here, okay, so body cavities, you're supposed to read that section and take notes, but notice it says cavities labeling. That means that instead of actually writing out just the body cavities and saying this is the thoracic cavity, I've given you a diagram to label to help it make more sense to you. Those are essentially like worksheets and are worth more points than just taking regular notes because they're sometimes more complex. You'll notice in here, in parentheses, that's a reminder to me that I need to give those worksheets to you for the next week. But let's say you're absent or you lost yours because it's somewhere in your backpack and that's just like a black hole in there, right? You can always find them and print them yourself. And if you go up to Unit Resources for Unit 1, you will see here is all the notes. Here's links to your vocab, so that makes that a little easy. And then I've got a review activity for you to do as well. So if you click on the Unit 1 diagrams, it will take you straight to the worksheets that I printed and gave out to you. And so you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what she's talking about. I remember her handing that to me. So if you just can't picture what it is, sometimes this helps. Or you can be like, yep, I totally lost that and I need to print a new copy of it. Here's the body cavities. So refer back to that. You'll notice that they are listed for every unit we're going to be doing. Sometimes there's videos included for you. I've got links to play pause it so you can find the videos, but again, there's another easier way to do that, and other resources for you. So I've tried to be as organized as possible with the information for this class because it's not all listed in your textbook. Your textbook is just one resource that we are going to be using. Okay, so let's say you've done all that and you would like to know how you're doing in class. That's where My Grades comes into play. And so if you click on the My Grades section, there's a lot of information in here that sometimes can be confusing. The first thing I want you to do is look over here and what order is the class going in? You want to make sure that your gradebook is showing in the class order, not last activity or anything like that. This is the way that I've organized the class, and so it will basically you work from top to bottom. So this practice student is passing barely, but not having a great time. Let's see if we can figure out why. Well, they've only earned 9 out of 15 points. Okay, so we haven't done much in this class. Let's see where those points came from. Well, the syllabus quiz, which is your first assignment in a moment, they only got 9 out of 15 points. Quizzes you can take multiple times. You'll read more about that in the syllabus. And I would recommend to the student that, yeah, they probably want to try retaking that. Do some study, reread the syllabus, make sure they know what they missed, and then try it again to earn some of those points back. You always keep your second score, so you want to make sure you do better the next time around. Now, if we scroll down, have they turned anything else in? Well, it's the beginning of class, so they haven't. But, oh, here we go. They actually submitted their investigating cancer project. They're a little bit ahead. This is primarily just to show you what it looks like if you've turned something in, but it hasn't been graded. This yellow exclamation point means that, yep, you could turned it in. I know it's there. I'm working on getting to grading it, but you don't have any points for it yet. If there was a 0.10 in your grade, so let's say it said 0.110 on the roots quiz, that means you forgot to take it and you missed it and it's now late. And the late penalties for this class are you only are penalized 25%. So let's say you got 10 out of 10 on a quiz, you would actually get 7.5 points out of 10 because it came in late, as long as it's due before, or you've turned in that late work before the end of the unit exam. I don't take late work after the unit is over because in my opinion, we're moving on. So please make sure you are keeping a close eye on your grade. Check this frequently. I'm happy to answer questions if you're ever unsure, and never hesitate to email me and say, hey, have you graded this yet? I'm not sure. My grade doesn't look awesome. As long as you're polite, I will know that you're just checking in. So now that you've seen your video, here is your next assignment. You should go to the Start Here section. This link will take you to your syllabus. After you've read it and feel like you understand it, then go ahead and take the syllabus quiz. And that will get you through the first couple of days of anatomy. Any questions? Feel free to contact me. Remember, you can find all my information on the announcements page right here in the banner. Hope to see you soon in live class.